Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grumman Pilot's YouTube channel. Today we have a treat for you. We have a team up at Payne Field in Everett, Washington, and we're loading the Last Yankee. It's a little bit different than a normal two-place because it's got an AA1C tail, which makes it right near the legal limit for transport. So stay tuned for the fun.
So we would like to ask you please subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notify to stay current with our content.
Now, part of the fun of loading the Yankee is because once it was moved out of the very cluttered hangar, think of Maynard as a pack rat in this example, that there a lot of stuff was going to be found. We found seat belts, we found a broken strut, we found a number of other things. We'll be coming along and showing them to you. But as part of the process, we were going to start putting the landing gear on, and the brackets that we had made for us, they bent, so they had to go home and have gussets welded on them so they wouldn't continue to be like that. But as you can see, the 3/16 steel was not up to the weight of a Yankee. So again, Dan Baisley took the gussets home and he welded them, and now they're on the airplane and good and strong. But along the way, we also found a couple of things I think you find interesting and something that I personally have never seen. Have you ever seen a Grumman-American flight suit? Well, they were orange, they had white striping, and they had people's names on them. And here you go. Here's an example of two, one in a bag and one laid out on the wing of the Yankee. So that was a treat for me. I hope you're finding it amusing too. We have a few more pictures of the flight suit. Now, as I said, the hangar was quite a bit cluttered and things were just packed everywhere without rhyme or reason to you or I, but to Maynard it probably made a lot of sense. He knew right where stuff was. But we found, hardware bits. We found a couple of fairings, a tow bar that had been modified, some fiberglass air exit ramps. Ooh, those are in really hot demand, aren't they? Half of a rudder bar, a primered flap, just bits and pieces of the hardware all around the hangar. And if you're interested in sumps, we probably have some for the airplane as well as some other little bits. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we went through the hangar because we didn't want to have any of this get thrown away. I mean, the windshield here and the turkey baster thermometer are no good, but we'll take the bow and we'll take the latching mechanism. But again, here's a bow that was just hanging around. There were our boxes of these going. And Kathy has that propeller for sale if anybody's interested. And then we also found a couple of sheets of honeycomb. And we worked out a price and bought those. And they're going on the trailer and coming home with us as well. So we'll have honeycomb for the honeycomb repairs we have to do. And what that prevents us from having to do is take a Sawzall and go to a fuselage and cutting up a real fuselage to get the honeycomb. Anyway, here's Mark when he's taking off the fairings at the beginning of the process. Getting the airplane ready to go. The fairings had to come off, then the wings would come off, then we would swap around the landing gear, and the rest of the story, load it on a trailer and transport it home. But anyway, here's Mark attacking the other wing. By the way, these are original Yankee wings, so they don't have any inspection plates to make this any easier. And here's the Yankee loaded in the wet trailer right outside the hangar. And then we're going to see here that, here's Dan Baisley, who did the welding for us, and they're in the middle of taking off the other wing. But as you can see, it's going to go onto the trailer, and it's going to be transported to Ohio by the end of the month. So quite a bit of a project and a lot of interesting stuff along the way. It's been interesting talking to the guys. And here's a photo I think you'll like. Dan calls it his poised in bondage photo. And it was from a concert that he and his wife saw this last summer. And here they are at that particular concert. Don't know the artist's name, but you can just look up poised in bondage and I'm sure you'll find it. So eventually we got it where it went onto the trailer. The trailer got backed up. hooked to the trailer. So now the unit is going to be ready to go. And by the way, we were on the back side of the hangar, on that hangar, and here is Maynard's hangar from the side. And it was quite the hangar to have. It was a corner hangar with an office and lots of glass. Nice hangar. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you found all this about the moving and the transport of the Last Yankee useful and informative. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day flying your Grumman.
You know, forget buying expensive toys for your kittens and cats. We find that just taking the aircraft spruce box and the paper on the tile floor is more than enough amusement for them for hours.